Hello, hello, Beat Queens. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is another beautiful, beautiful Sunday, and it's such a delight to be here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Carol. Welcome, Charity. Welcome, Ruka, Virginia. I see you. How are you doing? I missed you. I mean, 1 week looks like it's a whole year. From last Sunday to now, it's been quite eventful, but fun. I mean, having each and every one of us in the community is such a blessing. So you're welcome to today's event. Today we're going to be continuing our conversation on decentralized finance and how it can empower women. This is Bitqueens. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. Here at Bitqueens, we're helping women learn about blockchain technology and all the opportunities that are available in the space. So go to the comments and tell me how your day has been. How has it been for you in the community for the past 1 week? You have any feedback for us? Do you have any suggestions? Are there any commendations for us? Please go to the comments and share all that feedback with us while I go right there and pull up my screen so that we get started for our event today. Okay, so maybe today we just open up the mic. Who wants to say hello? You can just unmute yourself and speak. So let's make it interactive. Just unmute yourself and speak and say hello to the house. I think that would be fun. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, hello.
Yes, just say hello and what a beautiful Sunday it is indeed. It's
Right.
been an amazing start already. And I'm so, let's put some light on the matter.
Oh, that's great. Fantastic. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome.
Still in my winter garb as it's very cold here. We had snow overnight.
Oh,
Yes, in the
oh, that's
UK.
amazing. That's
So
amazing.
yes, it's been a lovely, beautiful day at church. Talked about
Mm,
hope, faith. Yeah, amazing. Yeah,
right.
and I hope you've had a
Amazing. I can
beautiful
see.
Sunday too, or
Right.
having.
Yes, of course, I'm having a beautiful Sunday, and I'm sure we in the house are also having a beautiful Sunday. Who else wants to share just in a minute? Who wants to say hello to the house? Just kindly unmute yourself and speak while I just quickly pull up my screen so we get started with our conversation for today. Right. Okay, so I'll just probably wait for you to send in your feedback. So we just save some time and get right into our conversation for today. Last weekend, we started our conversation on diving into the world of decentralized finance. And we looked at how blockchain powered financial innovations are empowering women. So today we're going to continue that conversation and we're going to be looking at how DeFi works and strategies for navigating the space safely. Like I said, this is a very broad concept and it's not a concept that you would finish in one session. So we thought it wise to break it down and so that we can take it, in bite sizes so that we're able to digest fully the opportunities, the power that the DeFi space holds and how it can empower us women. So moving quickly, if you're just joining us for the first time or you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Christy Emmanuel. I'm a blockchain educator for women and I'm founder of Bitqueens. So Bitqueens is a community that is helping women learn about blockchain technology and how it can empower them. We have a vision that is helping women to learn about blockchain technology in the easiest and most fun way. We've created a community where women feel supported, where they feel confident, and they can begin to explore all the endless opportunities that are available in this space. There are women who are already in this space, they're leveraging it, they're taking advantage. And we thought here at Bitqueens to create more awareness, to help more women across the globe to learn about the potentials of blockchain technology, the opportunities it has, how it can help women become empowered, include them financially, and of course, help them lend their voices to the world. Because I tell you what, women are very passionate about the world. Women want to help. Women want to help to solve problems in the world, but they're also looking for ways and means to do so. And I tell you what, blockchain technology offers another way for women to follow through causes that align with their values and their talents and skills. So that's what we're doing here at the community Bitqueens, and we're happy that you have joined us today. In case you're not already in our community, please feel free to reach out to us either by writing us a mail at bitqueenshq@gmail.com on how to join our community, or simply request if you're watching us on YouTube on how to be part of our community. So with that said, let's go right into what we have for today. So the question is, what are we going to be learning? Now we're going to take a quick review of what we discussed last Sunday. So we lay foundation for our conversation for today. Then we're going to look at the different types of DeFi services, how DeFi works, strategies for navigating the DeFi space safely, and then we will interact as usual. So if you have any question at this point, are there areas you want us to throw more light on, then will be the time to bring all those up. So with that said, let's review our conversation for last week. So what's decentralized finance? Now, when you hear decentralized finance or DeFi, they both mean the same thing. It is the new way of providing financial services without the usual intermediaries or central authorities or gatekeepers using blockchain technology and smart contracts. So if you're just hearing the word blockchain, then it is a new way of capturing information and data over the internet in a way that is decentralized, in a way that is transparent, in a way that is secure. And the word smart contract means self-executing agreement that is on the blockchain. Okay, so these two concepts make decentralized finance possible, meaning that you could access different financial services like saving money, sending money, making payments, transferring funds, borrowing, lending, all that type of stuff. It's possible on the blockchain space, but this time without the interference of any third party, central authorities, and things like that. Now, when you have central authorities, they make the process rigorous. It takes longer time to finish such processing. For instance, for women, the challenge is that there are women who don't even have means of identification. So how are they even able to create bank accounts? How are they able to go to the banks to save their money, to receive payment for services they offer, especially if it's cross-border payment? How are they even able to access financial services like taking loans to promote their businesses? So all these things are challenges. But imagine that you have a phone that connects to the internet and you can create a wallet that allows you begin to participate in economic activities of wherever you find yourself. That is simply amazing. And that's what decentralized finance is about. Decentralized finance is for that woman who wants to take charge of her finances, who wants to be part of a new digital economy that allows you participate and earn also for your participation. So today we are expanding our knowledge on the decentralized finance space, how we can position ourselves, what it entails, and what value lies ahead for women. Like I said, it eliminates the need for middle people, and that in itself brings a lot of value with it because, you know, the charges you will pay, for instance, you want to send some money to somebody who is on the other side of the world. Say you are in Nigeria here and you want to send funds to somebody who is in the UK, for instance, there are charges that needs to be paid. The process is not so simple, it's not so seamless. It's not something you can conclude just sitting in your home. Sometimes you have to be physically in the banking hall to conduct these transactions. And because they're offering you a service, you need to pay certain fees. And I tell you what, the fees are usually not small as you would think. And that causes a lot of challenge for even women who are abroad working and trying to send money home to their families from where they are. So with decentralized finance, it eliminates intermediaries and then makes the process peer-to-peer, meaning that there's no middle person, just you at the one end trying to send payments or send funds to your family or make payments for a service you want, and the person who is on the other end to receive it. So it makes it seamless. It increases accessibility because more and more people can be part of what is happening. And of course, there's more control of your finance. I mentioned in our previous session that once you hand your money over to the bank, you're no longer in complete control. But guess what? With DeFi, you can have your own personal wallet where all your funds are directly under your control. It's fantastic. So there's a lot of potential within this space, even though it's still evolving. And on my screen, you can see how this translates. So in case you're asking what the current financial system is called, it's called centralized finance or traditional finance. They all mean the same thing. And we are now having another type of finance come up, or a system, as it were, that enables peer-to-peer payment and financial services happen, and it's called the decentralized finance, which is what I have just described. Here you can see there is central authority, whether it be banks or any financial institution you know out there, that controls the users, their funds, and everything that happens. Just imagine a situation where there is no middle person. All these are protocols built on the blockchain, enabled by the smart contract. So this is very innovative, if you ask me, and especially for women, because it provides them the opportunity to be financially included in what's happening. It provides opportunity for empowerment, because women could actually earn, passive income by participating in what's happening in the DeFi space. And of course, how do you get access? How do you get started? You need to, first of all, educate yourself, which is what we're doing here today. We've been doing in the Bitcoins community, getting you more and more updated with what's happening in the blockchain space, with all the knowledge, the tools that you need to be prepared to participate in what's happening in the blockchain and DeFi space. And then you need to have access to the internet. These days, people have phones and they have access to the internet. They can log on to different platforms, whether it's for entertainment or for connecting with people across the globe for different reasons. So if you have access to the internet and you can create a wallet, which we've already treated here in our sessions, we treated how to create wallets, to create accounts, whether it's personal or whether it's on the centralized platform. We've done all that. So if you have access to a wallet and then you have some crypto assets, you can participate in the decentralized finance space. DeFi matters for women, for financial inclusion. I've already mentioned that, empowerment, and for them to even support causes that align with their values and skills. For instance, helping women who are pregnant get access to health facilities, children who are out of school could be back to school, women who are facing environmental challenges could also be relieved of those challenges. Why? Because women who are participating in the blockchain and DeFi space can now earn income to be able to support. And when you support a woman, you support the family. When you empower a woman, you empower the society. So all these are ways in which the DeFi space and the opportunities in it can empower women. So I've already mentioned, for you to get started, you need to get educated. You need to have internet connection. You need to have your crypto wallet set up, and you need some crypto assets to begin. So all that we've treated in our previous sessions. Please go to our YouTube channel if for any reason you were not part of that session, to have the full details of our last conversation. So let's quickly go to the type of DeFi services that we can access. So what are those financial services that we know normally that take place in the traditional setups that are now being replicated on the DeFi space? How do they work? Now, let's look at them one after the other. First is decentralized exchanges. So we have traditional exchanges, and like you already know, once something is centralized, it means it's controlled by a few people. All the power is in the hands of very few people who control the users, control their funds, who control the activities, the narrative, and things like that. But with decentralized exchanges, women can have complete control over their own assets. So you can make payments, you can send money on a decentralized finance, you can pay for a service. Let's say you are into a type of business, you sell hairs, and there's someone over there in China and you want to pay for the hairs. Let's say you're here in Nigeria. What you need to do is, with your personal wallet, you can use the decentralized exchange to make payments. It's that easy. And guess what? It offers great transparency because all transactions are captured on the blockchain. Remember, these DeFi protocols run on the blockchain using the smart contracts. So smart contracts are very secure. Smart contracts execute themselves without the need of any third party or any bank or any lawyer or broker, as it were. So this offers great transparency. The fees are usually low because the high charges that you would have paid to these institutions is now taken out because you don't have any middle person again. Yes, though you pay charges, but it's very low compared to what you would have said. And that will mean a lot of savings for the women, because imagine that the fees you would have paid for using these services is now put back into your business. That will help impact your business greatly. So that's a huge advantage. And of course, it gives you access to a wider range of crypto assets. So in case you're asking what platforms can offer us the opportunity to send funds, just like I've described, to make payments and things like that, we have PancakeSwap, we have Uniswap. These are different decentralized exchanges. So there are other ones like SushiSwap, but let's just focus on these two. Now let's look at another service that is offered in the DeFi space. It's called lending and borrowing. Just imagine that you need some money or you need to take some loan from the bank to expand your business. You will agree with me that the processes are usually not so straightforward. I mean, it takes time, some paperwork, you have to have certain documents, you have to have maintained your account for a certain period of time, you have to have collateral that is far more in value than the amount you're seeking as loan, and all that type of stuff. That's in the centralized finance. But in the decentralized finance space, it's possible for you to borrow. All that protocols, all that hassle that you have to face, all the paperwork, the documents, all those things that, especially if the woman has no access to a means of identification, which poses a great challenge for women across the globe, especially in Africa and other places across the globe. You see that with just a smartphone, access to the internet, and a crypto wallet, a woman can participate in the lending and borrowing of the decentralized finance activities. So in the decentralized finance space, it's possible for you to borrow, it's possible for you to lend money and for your participation. So if you're lending, it's just like some of us who have funds in our bank account, in our normal bank accounts, it's not doing anything. I mean, instead of it to appreciate, it's depreciating in value because there is inflation everywhere. So it's losing value. You're not earning anything as it were, even if you leave it in your savings account for a long time. In fact, there are situations whereby when you go back to access your funds, it's no longer exactly the amount you left. There's been some level of depreciation in terms of charges that the banks take out for one thing or the other, or the buying power has so reduced that it's no longer as valuable as it was when you left it. But imagine coming to the DeFi space, you could actually lend that money out and earn income for participating in that activity. So there are people in the DeFi space who are looking to borrow money, as it were, that is to take out funds maybe for their business. Yes, they provide collateral, but again, that offers you, who is the lender, opportunity to be able to earn for providing such service. So these services are no longer left to these financial institutions like the banks or these other third parties, as it were. You too, as an individual, can participate. That's why I said blockchain is demystifying the way financial activities or participation in financial activities work, giving people the opportunity, in this case, women, the opportunity to participate in things that ordinarily they would not have been able to participate in. So lending and borrowing is one way that women can generate passive income for their participation in the DeFi space. And of course, like I said, it eliminates the intermediaries, the third parties, as it were, and the interest rates are a bit flexible, and of course the terms of taking these loans are transparent, so you can see, because it's on the blockchain. Sometimes when you go to these third parties, you want to take out a loan, not everything is explained to you, and sometimes you're bombarded with so much paperwork that you just get fed up, of trying to read all the terms and conditions and everything that you need to know and all that. So this offers a more transparent system and process so that you can decide how you want to participate, and then of course benefit for your participation. Example of protocols offering that, by protocols I mean blockchain projects that are offering such service, is Compound and Aave. These are two different. There are other ones, but let's just stick with this two. That's the second DeFi service that you can also participate in. Now let's look at another one, which is payments. Okay, so now let's say this is Mary. Mary is somewhere in South Africa, and she is doing business with her business partner in China. So Mary is a beauty person. She does beauty stuff, and she wants to buy all the makeups and things like that. Now Mary wants to pay for the goods that she's expecting from, say, Grace. Now, the challenge is that Mary might initiate the transaction. I might take like 2 or 3 days before that is settled, all right? Before the process of now trying to ship all the goods Mary is buying from Grace to her in South Africa. So these are the challenges we have with centralized finance, because you have an authority in the middle, the banks in this case. It takes time, the charges are huge, and all that type of stuff. Enter DeFi, and just over the blockchain using your crypto wallets, you can actually make that transfer. And, while I was explaining this first instance, it could be really frustrating if you ask me. There are situations where the transactions don't just go immediately. If for any reason the forms were not filled well or the paperwork were not properly done, there's the likelihood that the transaction may not even go through. I'm sharing this based on my personal experience. We have had to send money, and for one reason or the other, it did not go through. Guess what? After paying the charges to send the money and it didn't get to the destination, the money returned back to me, all right? And I was charged for sending the money back to me. Then I had to make up the money again and prepare to pay charges the third time to be able to have that fund sent over. So this is from my personal experience. I'm not telling you what I have not experienced. So these are some of the challenges that these traditional payment systems could bring, okay? But with the decentralized finance space that is over the blockchain, it's quite seamless. You don't even have to leave your home. Right from the comfort of your home, with your crypto wallet, you can make your payments and it's almost instant. The person gets it, it's transparent, the transaction is captured on the blockchain, and anybody can actually verify that the transaction was successful and all that. So these are the advantages that making payments over the blockchain, in this case, using the DeFi services, offer for women who are doing business or for one reason or the other want to make payments, cross-border payments, or simply want to send money to a family member and things like that. It's instant, low cost. Of course, borderless payments are possible, like I've already described, using cryptocurrencies. All you need is a cryptocurrency wallet, access to the internet, and some crypto assets in your wallet, and the payments go through. Example of platforms that offer that such is SushiSwap, we have PancakeSwap, and a number of others that offer similar service. Now, another service within the DeFi space is DeFi stable coins like Theta, like USD. These stable coins provide opportunity for you to make payments across the globe. For instance, if you wanted to send, another example, you wanted to send money to somebody who is in the US, for instance, and you're here in Nigeria, definitely you have to convert the funds you're sending from Naira to dollar and then go to the banks to deposit that, have them send it through what we call MoneyGram or Western Union. Now, with blockchain, specifically DeFi, all you need is the USDT, stable coin, which is pegged to the US dollar, more like the dollar equivalent in the blockchain space, right? So this affords you the opportunity to pay for any service anywhere in the world, right? You don't have to start converting. If you are a Nigerian, you don't have to start converting your Naira to yen or to CD or to pound or the dollar. The stable coins offer a decentralized way of making payments across the globe, right? So that's one service that is offered here in the DeFi space and that women could actually begin to take advantage of. Guess what? Also offers opportunity for women to hedge their funds against inflation. We all know that inflation is eating deep and biting hard recently, across the globe even. And so holding your funds in USDT, for instance, or these stable coins offer the opportunity for your funds to maintain the buying power, to maintain the purchasing power. Because if you leave it, like I said, in banks or just hold it there, inflation just keeps eating it away. And you just wake up one morning and see that the money you have in your account no longer has the purchasing power it had the first time you left it there. But of course, you have to do your own research, understand how these things work before you begin to take advantage. And of course, this has also helped in the cryptocurrency space as a stable alternative to other volatile cryptocurrencies. So you could actually convert your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, or other volatile cryptocurrencies to stable coins. Now, let's talk about yield farming. Okay, this basically involves lending of cryptocurrencies or staking of cryptocurrencies in DeFi protocols that give you high returns. But this is a bit of a riskier option. Why? Because it gives you high returns, but with anything that comes with high returns also comes with high risks. So staking basically means locking up your digital assets over a period of time with the aim of generating passive income. And of course, these protocols that are used to lock this up have a percentage they offer in terms of rewards or return on investment for those who lock up their cryptocurrency. So instead of just buying your cryptocurrency, let's say you have some Ethereum or Solana, or let's say you have Cardano in your wallet, you could actually lock it up over a period of time. Say 1 year is possible, 6 months is possible, 3 months is possible, 2 years is possible, 5 years is possible, depending on the platform on which you are doing the staking. And then you are giving the percentage of what you could earn. It could be 5% annually, or it could be 6%, it could be 10%, it could be 3%, it could be anything. So you have to understand how this works before taking advantage. And then you can unlock it after that period of time. Let's say you decide to lock for 1 year. After 1 year, you can take out your crypto. So when it's on staking, when it is locked, you cannot take out your crypto because it's under lock. Just like the way you will go to the bank and fixed deposit your funds. It happens with these traditional banks. People go there, fixed deposit their funds, and over a period of time, maybe 1 year, 2 years, they're given what the percentage in terms of ROI will be. And then they wait. After the period of time, they can take out their funds and, of course, take the profits they've generated or the returns they've generated for that investment. So, but why this is not an investment advice, I can tell you that staking in the blockchain space, specifically the DeFi space, have proven to offer even higher returns than you would have in the traditional space. But like I always say, do your own due diligence, do your own research, and see what fits your investment goals and also what fits your risk appetite. These are examples of platforms offering that: Yen Finance and Aave. These are blockchain projects that offer such opportunities. This is one service that you can access within the DeFi space. Now let's look at another one. It's called the decentralized insurance. Just like in the traditional space, people insure their lives, people insure their cars, their houses, anything that's of value to them, gold, their documents, their businesses, all kinds of stuff. And if for any reason anything goes wrong, maybe you are accidented, maybe your car goes bad, or for some reason or the other, your business goes out. Now, the insurance company pays you a certain amount of money. Of course, there are terms and conditions to these things. There are certain amounts you have to pay every year to keep your insurance going and things like that. Such is also available in the DeFi space. So it's called decentralized insurance. And this basically provides coverage for your crypto assets within the DeFi space, making sure that there is security for your investments within the DeFi space, security for your digital assets. The smart contracts don't fail. There are no hacks into your crypto assets or your crypto holdings. Sometimes people don't pay attention to security. They don't pay attention to how to stay safe within the space or the blockchain space. And you can have 1 or 2 hacks here and there. But with the decentralized insurance service, it offers you the opportunity to stay safe while participating in the DeFi space. And guess what? The system is quite transparent because it's on the blockchain. And whatever payouts you're supposed to get, if anything goes wrong, for instance, is quite automated. I mean, you don't have to sign paperwork. You don't have to follow up on numerous processes before you get what is due you for insuring your digital assets, as it were. So all these are services that are available within the DeFi space. Let's look at some example. We have the Nexus Mutual. So this is an example of a decentralized insurance service provider within the DeFi space. And what they do basically is to provide coverage for smart contract bugs and hacks. Of course, remember that DeFi works on blockchain and smart contracts. So if the smart contract goes bad or is hacked into, that will affect the funds or the assets of the people who are participating in DeFi. And that's why this is really very important, so that these blockchain protocols or these blockchain projects ensure that there is protection, there's coverage for everybody who is participating in the DeFi space. As we round up, what we want to know how DeFi works. How exactly does it work? So it's just like the way you would deposit money in your savings account. But in this case, you deposit in what we call a DeFi lending pool. So you want to participate in DeFi lending. There is a capture of how much you've deposited is transparent. Everyone can see it because it's built on a smart contract. So that deposit is held in a smart contract. It's not something you can, that is written by hand or, that type of stuff. It's on a secured system, which is a smart contract. Now that deposit you have made there is now used to lend money to others. There are people who are looking to borrow money within the DeFi space, right? And so those who borrow provide collateral. Collateral is something that you have as a backup in case you're not able to pay up the funds you are taking out. So the borrowers bring collateral that has value that can pay off the debt in case they are not able to meet up. So your money is then used to lend to these borrowers who have provided collateral over a period of time. And then you get to earn interest because the borrowers will pay interest. They're not paying back exactly what they've taken out. They have to pay what they've taken out plus some interest, okay? And this interest is now earned by you who provided the funds or who participated in the DeFi lending. Now, the interest will differ based on supply and demand for the loan. So if you have more demands for the loans, then the interest, of course, will be higher. If you have less demand, then it will be lower. So you have to do your own research to know what DeFi platform to use or DeFi services to be part of, or what DeFi opportunities suit your investing needs or strategy, as it were. So this is just a simplified explanation of how DeFi works. There's a DeFi pool where DeFi lenders deposit their funds. Then you have borrowers who come with their collateral to take funds which are of value. And in this case, the collateral will be a digital assets, all right? So these digital assets are held, and then they take out those funds. It could be for their business, it could be for even to expand their trading. There are people who take crypto assets to expand their trading. That's to be able to trade more and earn more reward. Now, you who provided the service or provided the fund, your digital assets, which you have deposited in the lending pool, also earn interest for doing so. So this is a simplified explanation of how DeFi works. As time progresses, we'll get deeper and deeper so that you fully understand what goes on behind the scenes with the DeFi lending and borrowing, and of course, all the DeFi services that are being offered in the DeFi space. So what are the strategies for navigating the DeFi space safely? We want to stay safe while taking advantage of all these opportunities within the space. What you can do is to conduct thorough research. Whether it's a platform that you want to use or a decentralized exchange you want to use or crypto wallet you want to use, whatever thing you want to do within the space, please conduct thorough research. It's very important so that you can understand the project, you understand the platform, understand if it meets your investing needs, whether it meets your goals, whether you have strategies already mapped out to even begin to participate. All these are important. Then start small. Don't go all in with all your funds. Remember, you need to grow. There's so much to learn. So with increasing confidence, with increasing knowledge, you can now expand your position. You can now participate more. So that's one strategy to use, starting small. Then diversify. Don't have all your funds on one platform or in one digital asset or crypto asset. Diversify. But if you're a beginner, I always encourage between 3 to 5 in terms of crypto assets and maybe 1 or 2 DeFi platforms. Understand how they work, then you can interact with more DeFi platforms as you increase your knowledge and deepen your understanding. And then, of course, stay informed. And that's what we do here at BitQueens, helping you stay informed, providing you with the knowledge, information, insights, the education that you need to understand how the blockchain space works, how the DeFi space works, so that you can stay safe, you can stay profitable, and you can remain empowered while playing in the DeFi space. So with that said, we come to the end of our conversation for today. Yes, on this journey, we revised our session for last Sunday. We looked at the different types of DeFi services. We looked at how DeFi works, and we explored the strategies for navigating the DeFi space safely. Congratulations for coming today, for being part of this session. You are a super woman, and I congratulate you for your commitment to learning, for your quest for knowledge, how the blockchain space works, and how you can empower yourself with it. We are proud of you here at Bitcoin. So if you've not followed us on our social media handles, please do so. We are across social media as Bitcoins. And if you have any need to ask any question, or you want to make an inquiry, maybe you're not already part of our community and you want to know how to be part of our community, simply send us a mail, bitqueenshq@gmail.com, and we'll provide you with responses on how to be part of our community. Or if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, then feel free to leave us a comment, and we will definitely respond to whatever concerns or questions that you may have. So on this note, I'd like to get your feedback. Well done, ladies. Well done, Carol, Charity, I see you. Ruka, it's good to have you. Laura, it's good to have you. Rosemary, I see you. Virginia, it's good to always have you join us. So it's time to interact. Do you have any questions? Do you have any areas you want me to throw more light on? This will be the time to do so. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Whenever I come on this, I always learn something new. Always, without fail. Now, the biggest thing I've learned today is about that smart contract decentralized insurance. Never even knew it existed. Never knew it existed. So I will be passing that on to other people I know who are involved in the blockchain, who probably have no idea about it either. So thank you. Always very informative. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy that you are learning, and I'm so happy you've been also committed to your learning, to your crypto journey. And we're happy that you've been in this space, but you still have an open mind. You're always wanting to know more. You're always wanting to learn more. That in itself is beautiful. Thank you, Carol, for your feedback. Okay, so any more contributions do you want to share? It doesn't have to be a question. You can share your experience, your journey so far, what it's been for you. If there are areas you want us to throw more light on, whether it's what we've learned today or previous sessions, something that's been bothering you, you want to know more about it, then this will be the time to do so. Remember, here at Bitcoins, we are helping women become more aware of opportunities that are available in this space. Women can change the narrative when it comes to participation in the blockchain space. It's no longer only men affairs. Women too are doing great and wonderful things. And if you've been following our content, you will see every week we share stories of women that are doing great things within the blockchain space. And the beautiful thing is that these women are also empowering other women to come out, understand how this technology works, and how they can take advantage. That's what we are doing here, in the Bitcoins community, providing you a community where you feel supported, you feel excited, you feel confident to begin to take advantage of all the opportunities that are available. So the past 2 weeks, we've been talking about DeFi, that's the decentralized finance, opportunity for you to participate in financial activities and take advantage. Now, in our subsequent presentation, that's next Sunday, we're going to look at some of the risks that come with the DeFi space and how to mitigate those risks. So there's a lot to learn, and that's why we're breaking this in bite sizes so that we are able to understand and fully take advantage. Okay, so if there are no questions, okay, Virginia leaves us feedback. She says, thanks a lot for this eye-opening session. Always glad to be here. Please, what length of time do you suggest is safe to lock one's fund in the DeFi space? Okay, that's a beautiful question from Virginia. Now, there are two things I want to point out when participating in DeFi space, especially where it has to do with involving your funds. We have staking and we have lending, or what we call liquidity provision, right? So liquidity provision is you making available your digital assets for those who are trading. Remember, we mentioned the decentralized exchange, and people can go to the decentralized exchange to buy, to sell, to trade. And so if people go there to trade, there needs to be liquidity. There needs to be availability of those crypto assets. If somebody wants to buy wants to buy Ethereum, it means the person has maybe Solana, for instance, or USDT that they want to exchange for Ethereum. So there has to be, provision of such digital assets. So those who provide such liquidity provide in pairs. Let's say you're providing USDT and Ethereum, for instance. All right. So you provide the liquidity, and there is no time limit. You can actually take out your assets at any time when it comes to liquidity provision or even lending, as it were. But when it comes to staking, there's a period of time you have to lock up the funds, and that is based on how long you want, of course, depending on the platform. Some platforms will offer 3 months period. The option will be there. There'll be 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, depending on how long you want to go. The thing is, the longer you lock up, the better the return for you. So those who lock for a longer period of time earn more interest. Those who lock up for a shorter period of time earn less interest. So therefore, lending, for liquidity provision, there is no time. You can take it out anytime you want. But if you're actually going for staking, which is one of the DeFi services that women can provide, then you have to know how long you can wait, whether 3 months or 6 months or 1 year or 2 years or 5 years, depending on the platform that you're using. I hope this provides you some insights and provides you value, Virginia. Let me get your feedback. Carol, your hand is up.
Yes. In fact, one of the platforms that I am on, I am earning interest on crypto assets, but I haven't staked them. I can to get a higher return, but I've just transferred them there, knowing that I'll be getting some interest on it anyway. But I can actually create a fixed term, but I'm not doing that at the moment. And it's so important to just explore the different exchanges because they do vary. I'm having a problem with one at the moment, which shall remain nameless. And as soon as I get my withdrawal, I don't want to hear that name again. But there's some that are really, really advantageous to be part of. But that's where, as you say, you need to do your research and see what the different platforms offer. Yes, I have done DeFi staking for a year, and that year went very, very quickly. So if you don't need it and you can afford to leave it, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Right.
So yeah, again, thank you so much, Christy, for bringing this education to the community, because it's definitely well needed. No matter how well versed you think you are, or I think I am, in the blockchain, there's always stuff to learn about it. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Having you here each session is always very fantastic because we get to, learn from your experience, having been in this space for quite some time. So thank you for always sharing all that feedback. And I'm happy this provides a reference for others who are listening to see that this is actually doable. And we're not just telling stories. These are, real things that are happening, and anyone, women especially, can take advantage. Okay, thank you, Virginia, for sending in your feedback. And I think on that note, if we don't have any more questions, we will wrap it up for today. Thank you, everyone who came on. It's always a delight to have you. I'm always happy. And I wish next Sunday comes quickly so that we can all gather here again and learn and interact, and network, and of course, deepen our knowledge, of course, explore more opportunities for us to empower ourselves as women. We'll be back again next Sunday, 5 p.m. West African time, 4 p.m. GMT. If you know women who are interested in empowering themselves, who want to learn about this technology, how it works, how we can empower them, please feel free to invite them to be part of our community. You can share with them the community invite link or give them our email, to write us, and we'll be there to respond to them. Let's help the community, help other women. Let's spread the word out there. And if you've not followed us on our social media handles, please feel free to do so that we can create more awareness. We can let other women know what's happening in our community, and then they can be part of what we are doing. Ruka, I see your feedback. Ruka says, thanks, Coach Christy. This session was indeed educative. I'm happy you had a great time learning. Charity says, it's always an exciting moment here. Thank you, Coach K, for all you do. You're welcome. Thank you so very much for your feedback. They mean a lot to us, and we will continue to be here to provide you with the knowledge, the tools and skills that you need to participate in the blockchain space, to empower yourself, to stay profitable, and of course, to impact the world. My name is Christy Emmanuel, and we'll be back here again next Sunday for another exciting and insightful DeFi session. Until we come your way, have a blessed week ahead of you, and happy December. It's a new month, and we hope this new month brings us joy, brings us blessings, gives us the opportunity to learn more, to have more meaningful connections, and of course to provide us endless opportunities. Bye-bye for now, and see you next Sunday. Bye, Laura. Bye, Cairo. Bye, Ruka. Bye, Virginia. Bye, Charity. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next Sunday. Yes, bye, everyone.